Hi, this is Stephen from Sometime in the Past, putting this sometime into the future. I've been looking at my channel lately and I'm feeling a little tired with it. I want to attract more viewers, but I want to make content that people are going to enjoy. And to be honest, I'm really at a loss on how I'm going to do that. So, someone suggested to me to look into AI. Now, I have played with AI a little bit, but AI over the last few months, yes, just the last few months, has gotten much more sophisticated. It's kind of scary. So I thought I might plug in some questions about my channel into the AI and see what it comes up with. Now, I did this just before I started recording this, so I'm going to show you what I did initially, and then I'm going to take you through my thinking process. Okay, so I wanted to chat GPT because that's the most popular one these days out there. Excuse me. And this is the question I put in. Up at the top, you can see I put in, how can I make my YouTube channel called The Idiot Quilter attract a larger audience? And it would have helped if I had spelt the word attract right, too. Sorry, I get a little frog in my throat. This is what it came up with. And first of all, I was really surprised that it didn't give me something that was a little more generic than what you're about to see. It says, love the name already. The Idiot Quilter is memorable, funny, and approachable. That's a huge asset. Let's turn that vibe into growth. Okay, we're off to something exciting. Number one, they say, lean hard into the brand, your secret weapon. Your title tells people I'm not perfect and that's okay. That's gold on YouTube. Okay, it got the concept that I was going for when I first started The Idiot Quilter. Do this intentionally. Open videos with something like, hi, I'm The Idiot Quilter. Proof you don't need to be a good to love quilting. Show mistakes on camera and how you recover from them. Yes, that was my whole purpose behind The Idiot Quilter, because I was tired of finding videos that showed me perfect products every time and didn't really talk about, the journey getting to that perfect product, and that people do make mistakes, so don't feel bad about yourself. You're going to make mistakes. Use humor in titles and thumbnails. I sewed this wrong and it still worked. Yeah, I could use some work on my titles for my videos. Sometimes I'm afraid of stepping over the line into clickbait. That's the problem. I don't like clickbait. I want to make sure that my title states concisely what my main point of my video is going to be. But humor, that could be arranged. People don't subscribe for perfection. They subscribe for relatability. Okay, that's a good tip, I think. All right, let's go down. He says, I don't know if he's a he or she, make beginner first content that experts still watch. Quilting YouTube is crowded with very skilled creators. You win by being the channel for people who are scared to start. Okay, but I have an apprehension about this because there are so many videos out there that, I'm not sure. Am I just being repetitive? I mean, you can put in almost anything you want to learn about quilting into YouTube and it's going to come up with something. That's how I learned. And I'm thinking, well, am I just being redundant if I do that? On the other hand, maybe I do something in a certain way that maybe is a little bit more unique than others. I don't know. That might go back to the whole idea of, my branding. Okay, says, high pull video ideas. Quilting mistakes I make every time. What I wish someone told me before my first quilt. Quilting rules I ignore and why nothing explodes. Okay, I like some of these ideas. I followed a quilt pattern badly. Well, I've shown that many times before. Can you quilt with the wrong supplies? Let's find out. I'm not sure what it means by wrong supplies. These get clicks because they lower the intimidation barrier. Okay, food for thought there. Fix thumbnails and titles. This matters more than almost anything. People decide in 1 to 2 seconds. Thumbnails, big facial expression, confusion, horror, triumph. Okay, this might be why YouTube puts my face up as my splash screen for most of my videos. The algorithm seeks out my expressions during one of my videos and picks one to put up. Now, I don't have any say in that. Well, that's not true. There is a way I can override that and put my own in. But I'm lazy. Maybe I should stop being so lazy. But that's what it's doing already. It's picking big facial expressions. So yeah, all right. 2 to 4 large words max. I'm not sure what they mean by large words. Do they mean the physical size? Do they mean large words and as in complicated vocabulary? High contrast colors, okay. Show the problem, not the finished quilt. Okay, good idea. With the Idiot Quilter episodes, and you know that I have like about 4 videos a week, and they're each on something that's slightly different. The Idiot Quilter ones that come out on Tuesday, I don't really do a teaser, what I call a teaser, but I do one for my vlog all the time. Maybe I need to do a teaser with that. So there is an idea as well. And you know, I should be jotting these down as I speak about them. So next it says fix thumbnails and titles. Oh no, I already talked about that. Sorry, I took a little break here for just a moment to write down some notes. Okay, so they give some examples of titles. Instead of saying something like my first jelly roll quilt, it say I messed this up with a crooked block in hand. Okay, I get the point of what they're saying. To me, as I already mentioned, that tends to lead towards clickbait, which is not, I think, is not good. But then again, maybe not. I mean, I do have a tendency to put like that first title in, like projects I'm working on. Well, that's boring. You know, maybe something like projects I almost screwed up or something like that. I don't know. Titles, it says use curiosity and outcome. This quilting mistake almost ruined my project. I tried quilting without measuring. Here's what happened. Why my quilt looks wrong and how I fixed it. Okay, I get the point that they're making there. All right, short form is your growth engine. YouTube shorts are huge for discovery right now. 15 to 45-second clips, one joke, one mistake, or one mini lesson, vertical format. Okay, I do this once a week. I put in a little teaser, but I use it more as a reminder that Walter and I are going to be doing Stephen and Walter Live. I put that up every Sunday morning for the video of the day on that. Yeah, maybe I should try to come up with some ideas for shorts and see how that works out. Short ideas. Well, he has some here. Quilting tip I learned the hard way. Things not to say to a quilter. Before and after fails. Fast mistake. Fixed moments. One good short can bring thousands of new eyeballs. Okay, well, I know many creators do shorts, and I watch them all the time. So that's not maybe such a bad idea. I'm just making a note of that here. Okay, moving on. It says tell people what to do. CTAs that don't feel gross. I'm not sure what they mean by CTAs. Most creators forget this. At the end or mid-video, if you're also an idiot quilter, hit subscribe, comment with the worst quilting mistake you've made, like this if you've ever sewn the wrong side, make it playful non-brand. Okay, this is something I don't do, and Walter blames me for it all the time. I do not do the hit subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And that is something I think I'm going to have to start doing. In my way of thinking, that doesn't make me, as a viewer of YouTube videos, necessarily go ahead and hit the subscribe button if I haven't already. But maybe I should try it. Maybe other people need the reminder. I don't know. So I may give that a try. Let's see. Where's my note here? Okay. I've highlighted that. All right. Community virality. Oh, God, I've got to get new lips. Quilters are loyal. Reply to every comment early on. Actually, I have been doing that a lot more so in the last couple of months. Before, I wasn't really doing that, but yeah, I think that makes a difference. And I really do appreciate it when people make comments. So I'm trying to write something back to everybody, even if in some cases It's a short comment that they make, and I just hit the like or the heart button for it. But I try to do that with everyone, and I try to go through the comments every day. Pin funny or thoughtful comments. Ask questions in videos. Feature subscriber mistakes with permission. Okay, I'm not sure about that one, featuring subscriber mistakes, because nobody likes that pointed out. And and with mixed reactions, I have taken some comments that people have made, and I have built upon them. I've shared them with the audience on other videos. I've done that actually more often on Stephen and Walter Live, because those kind of comments tend to be ones that lean towards politics, and that's kind of what we lean towards in Stephen and Walter Live. Be consistent, not perfect. YouTube rewards. Same vibe, same topic, same schedule every week. Well, actually, I don't do the same topic. I try to, because, well, I mean, unless they mean about quilting, yeah, then it's the same topic. Sorta not. Because I publish 4 videos a week, and each one is a little different vibe. They all are related. But like my vlog, that's about what I've been working on. It's more personal. It's about what's pissing me off. It's about my 3D printing, that kind of stuff, future plans, what we're doing in the coming week, that kind of stuff. Idiot Quilter is more specific to just quilting. Sewing, So Chatty, is with Walter, and that's where we are now taking actually a lot of your suggestions and developing them further into topics to look at. And I'm really enjoying doing that. I'll have to ask people if they're enjoying me doing that as well. And of course, my schedule is always the same every week. Mondays is the vlog, Tuesdays the Idiot Quilter, Fridays is So Chatty, and Sunday afternoons is Stephen Live with Stephen and Walter Live. I have to think about what I'd called it. Okay, collaborate with adjacent creators. You don't need big names. Beginner sewing channels, craft fail creators, thrift DIY channels. Idiot Quilter collabs with the Chaotic Sewist equals crossover magic. Okay, that's a suggestion. I don't know if there is even a channel called Chaotic Sewist. But I have done collaborations before, and to be honest, I don't like doing collaborations. And why is that? Maybe it's because I'm a control freak. But it's more than that. It's, it's timing. You have to time what you're going to do with the person. You have to have a good fit too with the person, because my sense of humor, and most people, if you've been on here for a while, know, is kind of weird, to say the least. So I have to work with somebody who has a similar sense of humor, or at least gets mine. I don't know, but it's a suggestion. I have thought about trying this again. I just have to find the right mix. If you want this, now it's going on the AI. It says, if you want, I can audit your current channels, titles, thumbnails, content gaps, write 10 on-brand video titles, help you define your idiot quilter persona. That might be interesting. Create a 30-day content plan. Just tell me what you want to start, where you want to start. Okay. I am going to take this idea right here, and let's see what it comes up with. So I'm going to put, shoot. I'm just going to put that in like that and see what comes up. Yes, this is the fun part. Let's turn the Idiot Quilter into a clear, lovable, instantly recognizable persona that people want to hang out with. I'll lay this out like a character sheet and how it shows up on camera. Okay, core persona. Who you are on YouTube. Oh, this is going to be fun, possibly dangerous. Name, the Idiot Quilter. Role, the brave beginner who says the quiet part out loud. Wow. They really got me there. Yeah, I have a tendency just to say what's ever in my head. Vibe, self-aware, curious, accidentally insightful. Self-aware, yeah. Curious, yeah. Accidentally insightful. I'm not sure what that means. Superpower, making quilting feel safe instead of scary. Well, that's always been my goal. Okay, so far, so good. Core promise to the viewer, you don't have to be good to belong here. This is the emotional hook. Everything flows from that. Okay, well, I think I say that most of the time in one form or another that, I don't expect perfection. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just do it. And if you make mistakes, it's just fabric and thread. You can recover from that. All right, the Idiot Quilter rules, your on brand philosophy. Uh-oh. This is going to be dangerous because if you've been around me for a while, that one of my favorite expressions is my sandbox, my rules. So these are unspoken rules you live by on the channel. Mistakes are content, not failures. If it works, it works. Perfection is suspicious, that one for sure. Confusion is allowed, okay. Learning happens out loud. Okay, yes, my videos tend to be stream of consciousness. I do have a plan, but like what I'm doing right now, I'm off the cuff here. This is not edited or anything, so maybe that's one of my downfalls. You can even reference these jokingly. Rule number 3 of the Idiot Quilter: if it looks too good, something's wrong. Well, that's interesting. How you talk, voice and language, tone, conversational, self-roasting but not self-hating, curious instead of apologetic. Okay, I kind of agree with that. Say this, I have no idea if this is right. Quilters of YouTube, don't yell at me. I'm choosing chaos today. This feels illegal, but okay. Well, some of those things I don't know if I would say or not. Avoid over apologizing. I'm sorry, I'm bad at this. I don't think I over apologize, even if it is that I'm a Canadian. Sorry about that. Little humor there. Undercutting yourself constantly. I do undercut myself at times. I'm always afraid that I'm going to come off sounding like I know more than everybody else. And I think sometimes I do, to be very honest about it. I don't mean for it to sound that way, but I think I do sometimes. Sounding unsure about everything. You're clueless, not helpless. No, I don't want to go that path. Yes, I admit my mistakes that I've made, but I don't think I come across as being unsure about everything. However, I do get comments sometimes where people tend to correct me, which sometimes is really great. Constructive criticism, I'm all for it. But sometimes it doesn't come out as constructive criticism, and that does get me upset because one thing it didn't say here is that I'm an emotional person as well. The joke is that you're an idiot, but a competent learning idiot. Okay, I like that. And yes, that is what's in the back of my mind. On-camera behavior. What people recognize, and I just realized I'm not on camera at the moment. There I am down there. Yeah. On-camera behavior. What people recognize instantly. These are your signature moves. Pause. Look at a camera. Sigh when something goes wrong. Okay, let's try this. Pause. Okay. Look at the camera. Sigh when something goes wrong. Okay. I don't know about that. Maybe that's something you do unconsciously. I don't know. All right. Hold up a piece and say, so this happened. Well, I do this all the time. Laugh first, fix second. Yeah, I think I laugh. I think I laugh especially when Walter and I are doing so chatty together or are live. Talk through your thought process instead of editing it out. Okay, that's an idea. I think I do that sometimes, but I could maybe do more of that, especially if I was showing something. Maybe I need to show how the mistakes really were instead of just talking about them. Walter actually mentioned that the other day to me, so maybe I should start doing that. Let viewers think, oh no, they're doing the thing again. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Visual identity, low effort, high payoff. You don't need polish, you need consistency. Clothes, apron, comfy sweater, or this is my sewing uniform. Well, I'm always wearing one of Walter's shirts. And oftentimes you see me wearing this little sweater jacket, and that's because it's kind of cool down here, and I am in Canada. I don't wear this in the summertime, but in the wintertime, yeah, it's a little drafty down here in my sewing room, so I wear this. So, oh my God, it's Mr. Rogers. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. How did I become Mr. Rogers? I'm the furthest thing from Mr. Rogers. Okay. Background, real sewing mess not staged. Mistakes visible on the table. All right, well, a lot of YouTube creators are very much concerned with their background and they'll use the virtual backgrounds. Usually this is what people see. I mean, I'll usually have something over here on my design wall. You see my embroidery machine over here. You can see a doorway that leads, okay, this is hard. Yeah, leads over there into the rec room. I've got stuff hanging up on the walls, my 3D prints, my idiot quilter banners up there and stuff. Okay, I sometimes wonder if I should use just a virtual background, but this is where I live. So yeah, I agree with that. Of course, I think, I'm not sure if these are suggestions or what I'm already doing. Maybe this is what I'm already doing. It's talking about, I'm so confused now. Let's go back. Okay. Thumbnails. Confused face in fabric. Well, I have a confused face most of the time. One obvious error in the frame. Text like why, though, or help. Why? I'm not sure what THO is supposed to mean. Help. Okay. The audience you're speaking to, very specific. Your people are beginners who are scared to start. Intermediate quilters who still mess up. Perfectionists who want permission to relax. Folks who think everyone else is better than me. Okay, you're not talking to, so those are the people I'm talking to. Okay, get that? You're not talking to quilt police, technique purists, people who only want museum level results. Okay, and that is probably why I'm pretty sure I do not have a lot of subscribers that have really successful YouTube channels subscribing to mine and watching it on a regular basis, because they've got the formula down, I guess. Your reoccurring bits. This builds loyalty. Pick 2 to 3 and repeat them forever. Idiot moment of the day. What I did wrong this time. Will this work? Probably not. Things quilting YouTube don't warn me about. Okay. So, yes, I do have segments, I call them. And so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know what those are. On the Idiot Quilter, I'll start off with showing you what my latest things are that I'm working on. I will do announcements about things coming up. Usually then I go in and I show a subscriber's quilt of the week. I have where I review an online quilt store. So I do have regular segments. So according to this, that's a good thing. Okay. Your intro and outro, optional but powerful. Intro ideas. Hi, I'm the Idiot Quilter. Welcome to the place where we quilt first and Google later. Okay, that just seems cheesy in my way of thinking. I have my standard opening where I just greet everybody and move right into whatever I'm working on. Outro idea. If this helps, subscribe. If this horrified you, also subscribe. They're back to this thing. I do not say this. I need to do this. I need to do this. More about subscribing and hitting the little bell for notification, that kind of thing. I'll have to think upon that. All right, the secret sauce, why this works. You're not just teaching quilting, you're giving people permission to be bad at something they love. That's why they'll stay. Okay, good tips here. I'm going to just copy these over and print them out. Okay, let's see what it says about the Create a 30-Day Content Plan. Heck yes, let's give the Idiot Quilter a 30-day low-stress, high-personality content plan that actually feels doable. This is built so you can reuse footage, show mistakes, and not burn out. Assumptions, adjust if needed. 2 long-form videos per week, 8 total. 3 to 4 shorts per week, easy clips from the same footage. Okay. There's an idea for the shorts. Just take an excerpt. Yeah. Yeah, I might try that. Okay. One ongoing project so you're not starting from scratch every time. I've been thinking about that. So one ongoing project, so you're not starting from scratch every time. I've been thinking about doing something like that, sort of like a tutorial. Excuse me for that. Um, but not a tutorial. Um, so maybe I should be showing more of what I'm working on step by step. Maybe that would be helpful rather than doing the thing that made me want to create the channel in the first place was that that's what I was seeing on other people's channels. And maybe I have fallen into that gap. Okay, that's important. Okay, just so you know, there's going to be a lot of cuts in this video when I edit it because I'm sneezing and I can't stop sneezing and I don't know why. Okay, get back to this. All right, so it says the Idiot Quilter 30-day content plan. This is what it's created for me. Week 1, I have no plan, but we're doing it. Long video. Title, I started to quilt without knowing what I'm doing. Hook, first 5 seconds. I have supplies, I have confidence, I have no plan. Content, choosing fabric badly, admitting what you don't know, what you think the steps are. CTA, subscribe if chaos comforts you. I'm not sure what CTA means. I've got to look that up. Content tag? I don't know. Shorts, 2 to 3. Quilting supplies I've bought without understanding why. Things quilting YouTube assumes you already know. Confused face and fabric, instant short. Long video. Okay, so this goes through everything I should be doing. All right, so basically this is brainstorming. So I could take these ideas and, things I like I might use. It's food for thought. So it's coming up now with asking me some other things and it gets more into detail. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. I've made some notes about things. Over the next little while, you may see some suggestions. But now what I want to do is ask you. And I'll be really honest, because I always am with you. I've been getting worried about my channel. I'm worried for several reasons. One, I'm thinking that maybe my content is stale. Maybe it's the same old, and maybe that doesn't contribute to my growth. I have been growing, but slowly. I like to make the joke many times that, I've been building my channel on 1 subscriber at a time, and it's taking me 13 years. I've been doing this for 13 years. How do I know that I've been doing it for 13 years? It's because YouTube reminded me this the other day. It was my anniversary or something. And I think that's what got me thinking about this. Also, I've been looking for new channels to watch and things, and I'm looking at people that have only been on for a year or a couple of years who already have surpassed the number of subscribers I have that took me 13 years to get. I used to say that that doesn't bother me. It does bother me. I want to grow. And because the more subscribers, it means I'm doing something right. And I think I'm stagnating. I do, honestly. So that's why I went to AI. But I want to go to you next. I need your ideas, your suggestions. If you've got some constructive ideas of what you would like to see on my channel, the direction you would like to see me proceed in, then please send them to me in my email. My email address is in the About section. Go into the description under the video, hit the little More button. It'll expand and it'll tell you how to get my email address. Or put it in the comments of this video or any of my other videos. And not making any promises, but I need to refresh myself and I need to refresh the channel a little bit. I'm not going to make a major change. I'm not going to undo what I've done because, to be honest, I think there's been many things on here I've done right. But I think now it's come to a point where I need to do some refining and revamping. So I need your help for it because I do this for you. I do it for me too, to be honest. I enjoy doing this, but I want to make sure you're enjoying it as well because really there is no point in me making my videos all the time if you're not getting anything out of them. So please, I'm asking you, I'm begging you, let me know. Let me know what you think, what you'd like. that kind of thing. And it'll give me ideas, and I'm keeping notes. So I will see what I can do. And I think I'm starting off with this video. This is a special video. It's not going into any category on its own. I'm going to use this as sort of a test to see if you like it or not. It's kind of long. Maybe I should edit it down a little bit, and I probably will because I got to get rid of the sneezing. And we'll see from there. So thanks if you've made it this far in the video. Thank you very much for putting up with me as I did sort of a stream of consciousness brainstorming kind of session with AI. I like AI. I'm sorry, but I do. Yeah. And also, I'm going to start right on this one. Please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. It never works, but hit it anyways. And yeah, and please put your comments down below. I do read all of the comments, and I try to write back in one form or another. It might be brief. It may only be 1 word, 2 words, or a heart, but I do try to acknowledge the fact that you spent the time to write me a comment on my channel. And, well, stay tuned for other developments on the channel as time goes by. What those are, I do not know yet, but I'm always thinking. Okay, that's enough of the time I took up from you. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.